He carried the stone everywhere, not because he loved it, but because he had carried it for so long that putting it down felt strange. It wasn't big enough to crush him, just heavy enough to slow him down. He told himself it was fine. That everyone carries something. That letting go would mean losing a part of who he was. One day, while crossing the river near his town, he slipped. The current caught him, not dangerously, just enough to wake him up. The stone pulled at his arm, and for the first time, he realized it wasn't keeping him grounded. It was keeping him stuck. He stood in the shallow water, soaked and shivering, watching the stone in his hand. It looked harmless, familiar, but his fingers ached from holding it. A fisherman on the other side called out, "Why don't you drop it?" He laughed. "I can't. It's mine." The fisherman smiled. "Then it owns you." The words stayed longer than the conversation. Days passed. He tried walking without it, just once for a few steps. It felt like betrayal at first, then like breathing. He started noticing things he hadn't in years. The sound of the river, the way the sunlight touched the surface, how his shoulders didn't hurt when he woke up. But some mornings, the habit called him back. He'd reach for the stone out of memory, not meaning. It wasn't addiction, it was attachment disguised as comfort. One evening, he returned to the river. He stood in the same spot where he had slipped. The water moved the way time does, steady, never looking back. He lifted the stone one last time. It felt smaller now, not because it had changed, but because he had. He whispered, "Thank you for what you taught me," and let it fall. The splash was soft. The relief was not. He stayed there until the ripples disappeared, and the river looked like nothing had happened. But inside him, everything had. He walked home with empty hands, and for the first time in years, the emptiness didn't feel like loss. It felt like space. The next morning, someone asked him why he looked lighter. He smiled and said, "I finally stopped mistaking holding on for strength." If this story found you at the right time, remember, not everything you carry is meant to stay with you. Some things finish their purpose quietly, and the bravest thing you can do is set them down. Letting go doesn't mean losing. It means making room for what's next. Subscribe to the mindshiftlab for more stories that turn psychology into emotion and emotion into freedom. Come back next week. We'll keep learning how to release what no longer serves, one quiet story at a time.